Hi guys, welcome to the game of Light, the Fellowship of Loux, published by Panteras. Today I'm going to show you guys on a raid that is available today. Let's see what raid I'm talking about. Yes, the raid that is going to end in 39 minutes. The Cleanse Demon, the Pantharas Lv10 Raid. Alright. Pantharas Lv10 Raid. So in Pantharas Lv10 Raid, what you guys need to be aware. Firstly, Pantharas Lv10 Raid is a magic based dungeon. The boss is using magical attack. So in order to counter that magical attack, I have prepared a Muku. Muku is an all-exclusive magical attack supporter and magical defense supporter and magical debuff supporter. It is obvious that he can do everything related to magical, this fat ball Muku. As you guys can see, the team that I'm going to use for this Pantharas Lv10 is not ideal, it's not very ideal. In my ideal team, this Aushara is supposed to be a Loux priest. Alright, this Aushara is supposed to be a Loux priest, because Loux priest can remove harmful effects from the ally. But I haven't 6-star my Loux priest, so I just take Aushara to replace. Okay, to replace his slot. Hwaryun is fine, just a DPS. Janaya is still fine, but actually between Hwaryun and Jania, actually Jania can be a solo tanker, and Hwaryun is actually better to be replaced with any magic attacker, because we have Muku here. Muku will buff the magic attacks of the magical attacker. So now let's see. This team is without any Nat5, so it's obtainable by most players. Although there are some Nat4s, but Nat4s are still easier to obtain than Nat5. Okay, let's see. In order to say that this team is 100% clear, I will make a 3 times runs of this dungeon. Let's start. So the front part is pretty forward, so I won't be talking much about it. So I'm going to keep quiet for a while. No worry, I have run this dungeon many times and I have never failed even once, even though one of them is dead, but they still make it. Okay, they still make it without any failure. Of course, obviously my Hwaryun is not very tanky, because I'm trying to build her critical, because her blitz skills, no, it's not a blitz skill, her 1% HP damage skill, 1% enemy HP damage skill is depends on whether she crits or not crits, if I'm not mistaken. Later I'll check back about her skills. But I can say that she is not tanky, she is not very tanky. But of course, actually in my original team, I have used more Nat5 in this team to make the run faster. But as I have said, I will try to use as much Nat4 without using Nat5 as possible when doing level 10 raids, so that it can be a guideline, so it can be a base for you guys to build your team to do a raid level 10 dungeon. Okay, this is the skill sequence that I'll be using. It's very important that Muku start with his attack first, because he will do all the defense buff and magic attack debuff to the boss. round is clear safely. Alright, so far so good for the first round. But the drop is not good. Okay, second round, let's go. And of course, after I do all this raid, I will show you guys the stat of the heroes that I have been using for this dungeon. And of course, finally, the final part of course is some little summon. Okay, hopefully something great will appear. However, as you guys can see, the cons of this team, there is no area attacker. There is no AoE attacker to clear the mobs at the front fast enough. In my usual team, I have used Nia. So Nia usually clear the mobs in front very fast. But however, I can suggest a fire mage that can clear the mob very fast in front, which is Huasu. Okay, Huasu. I don't have a 6-star Huasu, so I don't have the opportunity to use her in this team yet. Okay, I'm currently running out of fodders, so it will be taking some time for me to 6-star a Huasu. Okay, let's see the boss of this. The skills of this boss. First attack is the Fallen Raid. So you install 2 bombs. And these 2 bombs is actually pretty pain. It is pretty pain if your heroes are continuously getting damage from the boss. If it is just the bombs alone, I don't think it is enough to cause you harm. If your heroes are ruined properly, are ruined to survive properly. Okay, not ruined to attack properly, it's ruined to survive properly. There are differences, okay? Next skill, push. Punches the enemy in the front. Oh, it's still getting too fast. Let me slow it down. Okay, push. Punches the enemy in the front to inflict 330% physical damage and bleed 2 times for 5 seconds if the boss attack with critical hit. Okay, this is a very direct skill, only affecting the enemy in the front. Oh my god, it's going to end. That's too fast. The third skill is Rod. So this skill does magic damage and it will poison your heroes. So on the third debuff, on the third skill is a continuous damage skill. So that's why I have mentioned that Place of Alshara is better to be taken by Loux Priest. Loux Priest can remove the debuff, and Loux Priest is a fire type, and additionally Loux Priest can also land continuous damage debuff to the boss, so it helps to clear the dungeon faster. Okay, now let's go for another round. So in my time zone here, actually it's getting pretty late. It's around 12:30 AM here. So as you guys can see, okay, I'm from GMT plus 8 and I'm playing in Asia 2 server. Asia 2 server is GMT plus 7. So 12 AM in GMT plus 8 is actually, 1 AM in GMT plus 8 is actually equivalent to 12 AM in GMT plus 7. Let's run this fast, times to speed. So from the skills I have mentioned regarding the boss just now, the boss skills, what you need to be aware is this boss does a lot of debuff, and the debuff is a little bit different than other bosses because this boss debuff mostly is to land continuous damage or the damage over time, or bombs that will explode after certain times, so you actually have a chance to remove those debuff. Okay, this boss does not do any stunning, so it's a very low chance, or I don't think there is any chance that your hero skills will be interrupted. So even though you never bring any debuff removal, you still can sustain the damage from the boss even though there are a lot of debuff through the continuous heals. Bring 2 healers and it is just more than enough. As you guys can see, Aushara and Flora. And actually Aushara is not even a proper healer. Aushara just heal like... Last time before the recent patch it was 20%, but currently I think it's slightly reduced, like around 16 or 17%. I couldn't recall the exact numbers. Okay, like I've said, Aushara is actually not performing very well in this dungeon. His spot is actually better. It's better to be taken by Loux Priest. And honestly, actually the guy that performed the most here is actually this Fat Ball Muku. Alright, this Fat Ball is really very helpful against this Fat Boss now, this very big tummy boss. So as you guys can see, I have run this dungeon 3 times for you guys to view on this, or to review on this, that this team is very safe. It's very safe. I have never failed once using this team. Even though sometimes during certain occasions my Janaya could die, but Warren still solo it. Warren still solo the front line. Just that the runs will go a little bit slower, but no matter how, we still did it. We still clear the boss and get a chest or get an item. That's the main point. Okay, now I will show you guys the stats of the heroes that I have been using for this Pantharas level 10 raid. Heroes. Okay, I know you guys saw a new Nat5 that I have gotten recently, I think during the last Sunday, but let's not talk about him. Where is that guy I have been using? Okay, let's start with the first that I saw, Janaya. Janaya or Jenia, I'm not sure how you guys pronounce it, but let's call her Jenia. Okay, Jenia. So these are the stats of Jenia. Alright, to see it in detail. Jenia. Okay, Huarian. And next one is Aushara. Then the main character of this dungeon is Muku, the Fat Ball Muku. And finally, Floria. Alright, for you guys that notice about her runes, you guys can see vampire runes here. Alright, why do I put vampire runes? Actually, I don't want to put vampire runes, but I don't have any other runes that have magic power or that have HP at this slot, the first slot, and also magic power at the second slot. So I have no choice but to use vampire rune, because I don't have the rune with that stat, with the correct stat. So I have to use this rune temporarily. Okay, so I have shown you guys on the stats of the heroes that I have been using for Panteras level 10. This team is not using any Nat5. Of course, in my standard team or in my usual team that I run pretty fast is having some Nat5 inside, not having some. I think 3 of them are Nat5. Alright, now let's see the new the new Nat5 that I've gotten last Sunday. During the last Sunday, I couldn't manage to take video on how I gotten it because it appears in a random scroll in the random shop. I mean the random hero scroll in the random shop. And during that time, I was busy in leveling my heroes. As you guys can see, my recent 6-star heroes are Gaia, Genia, Dehar, Floria, Benicia. Okay, these are the new guys or the new heroes that I have made to 6-star. So as you guys can see, during the last week, I think during the last 2 weeks, I have been leveling and upping heroes into 6 stars. So I'm running out of fodders very fast. So whenever I got scrolls from random shop or from the raid or even from the arena, I straight away summon without waiting for the proper time for me to record the video. Okay, now let's move to the last part and the most delicious part of the video, which is summon. Alright, summon is usually the most thrilling part of the game. It can be full of surprises and it can be full of sadness and disappointment. So let's see today whether I will be happy or I'll be sad. Shiner. Well, if you guys asking what are my wish list, I would say I wanted, oh my god, I couldn't recall what is her name. I think it's Ramya. It's Ramya, right? The Nat5. Yeah, Ramya. She is my wish list. Ramya. Hopefully a Ramya will appear here. So no lightning at all from free scrolls. Wow. Aurelia. She's my first hero. She's my first Aurelia. Sorry, she's my first Aurelia. Okay, I'm happy with it. Wow, 2 consecutive lightning. Aaron. 3. Oh, it's not. Helen. So the summon result is pretty good, so I suppose that I can consider to get another pack. Alright, I will get another pack since the result is pretty satisfying. Shop. Summon pack. Okay. Let's go. So no lightning from the new pack. Looks like I have fallen into a trap. A trap of luring me to spend my gems to buy more pack. Well, I guess this is really a trap. Is it a trap? Let's see. Bella. Alright. To be honest, I'm not happy with this because this is my 7th Bella. It's already over. Even though the leader skill is being released in future for those Nat4, there is still an extra Bella. So the summon result for today actually is pretty reasonable, so I'm not going to argue about this. Okay, hero token. So many of you guys, many of new players has been asking what should I choose for this hero token. Since I haven't summoned, so I will take this chance to explain to you guys what should you guys be looking at. Firstly is Vincent. To be honestly and to be direct, don't pick Vincent, that's all. Why? Why don't pick Vincent? Come on, you have Zemmer, or in future you will get Zemmer, so forget about Vincent. Gangbi. The only place that you will use Gangbi is actually in your team arena. Because of too many Zemmer and too many eventually Zemmer provides inability effect buff, so Gangbi skills are pretty much useless against him. So Gangbi is actually a good hero, but what I can think of is to use him in the team arena. In higher level arenas, Gangbi is not going to cut it because of Zemmer. Next, Aaron. Aaron is just your regular DPS, so if you guys want to choose him, you can go ahead. No harm in doing that, because he is just another DPS. But he doesn't do much thing other than being a DPS. Next is Harley. Okay, the same thing as Gangbi, the only place that I could think to use Harley is in team arena. In the arena, in high level arena, we will never see any Harley being used. For high level arena, what I'm saying about high level arena is the platinum level. We will never see any Harley, okay, because of Zemmer again, because of Zemmer. And now another little cute girl, Floria. Because of Zemmer and Floria, you won't have chance to use Harley's ability or Gangbi's ability. Finally is Carmen. So if you guys ask me what are my most recommended choice, is definitely Carmen, because Carmen is super useful. She is extremely useful, especially in your raid. She is like becoming an essential, and you can use her in 3 of the raids, but I use her in 2 of the raids, yeah. Because in Kraken you can also use her, but I don't think Kraken you need her, because Helen is enough for her. Helen is enough for Kraken, but for Havoc and for Numa, you will definitely use her. She is very essential in those 2 dungeons because of her abilities. Firstly, she can heal. Second, she can buff, defense buff, and finally, speed buff. Additionally, she will provide additional energy by chance. Additionally, she is easy to build, to fit into the raid team. So if you guys ask me, it's best to choose Carmen. Okay, but of course I have not made up my mind to choose who yet, because I have. Point is, I am thinking to awaken who further. Alright, light token. For light token, actually I have not much comment on light token, because light token is actually a 5-star of Nat5, so you can get them easily from Hero Sanction. So for me, I am looking that I will just choose one of them as my 5-star food. Okay. So I guess that's it. No more summon today. Well, at least if they could give me an RF or Gaia, since I am lack of them. And actually for Bella, I'm not very happy to get another Bella. Alright, as you guys can see, this is one of the Bella. Okay, my main Bella. So one there, another Bella, and another Bella. So as you guys can see, I have gotten a total of 7 Bella actually. 7 Bella, is it? One original plus 4, so it's 5. Just now 6, 7, 8. No, totally I have gotten 8 Bellas. So that is pretty sad. Okay. Since I noticed something very different here. Alright guys, when you guys summon a Nat3, there are some there are some small chances that you could summon a Nat3 with this kind of frame, with this special frame. Alright, this Elaine. This special frame means that Nat3 heroes come with a leader skill without even have to awaken them slowly. Alright, this is special. Alright, whenever you get this special frame Nat3, you just need to feed it to your fully awakened, to any of your fully awakened Nat3. For example, Helen. Alright, as you guys can see, Helen here, without the leader skill activated. If you guys feed a normal Helen into this Helen, so this Helen actually have 25% chance. Have 25% chance to awaken its leader skill. Okay, 25% chance. But let's say if this Helen is having a special frame, then it will be 100% awakening for the leader skill. 100%. Elaine. So I don't have an Elaine to test here. Okay, because in order to test it, that Elaine have to be fully awakened. Okay, this is the sources I get from people chatting in this chat here. I'm not sure it's correct or not. Okay, this is just for information. Okay, I haven't proved that this theory is correct or not. Alright, so that's all guys. Okay, nothing in the shop. Alright, that's all guys. Thank you for watching and see ya.